The following is a presentation of the United Wrestling Network.
Hello everyone, it's Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by Car Shield, and we've got even more NWA title action for you as the third degree national title is defended by Aaron Stevens, taking on Trevor Murdoch. We also have women's division action for you as Ruby Reyes takes on Cece Chanel. The Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson, stepping into the ring with the Neon Phenomenon, Anthony Idol. But to kick things off tonight, we have a match that's 10 years in the making on United between Watts and Eli Drake.
The following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance and is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, this is Watts!
Todd, you mentioned a longtime Hollywood Heritage champion in Watts. He secured that title last year at the Red Carpet Rumble. And unfortunately, he's coming off of a significant loss. So confident that he put his title up for an open challenge. He was defeated in a huge upset by Reyes. This is the first time that we are seeing Watts in action since that time.
And Watts dominated that matchup. Roses caught him, the veteran, and Watts not happy. He's kind of been off the grid, but saw this as a huge opportunity to return.
And introducing his opponent from Hagerstown, Maryland, weighing in at 234 pounds, Eli Drake.
We heard from Eli Drake last week on the premiere of Primetime Live, and now stepping into the squared circle. Always an electric atmosphere when Eli Drake is involved. And look at Watts just staring daggers, staring down Eli Drake. Ooh. Yeah, don't turn around, you won't like the view.
Yeah, right. It's like in a horror movie, my goodness.
Okay, it's like that. Okay, I heard what you said.
These two go way back.
All that noise. What'd you hear? All that noise. What'd you hear? Chirping. You like to chirp. Well, I do like to chirp. Talk. I do like to talk. You like to talk. We'll see. All right, we'll see. We're going to see. Well, I'll tell you what.
A little bit of a war of words here. Watts saying you like to talk. Eli Drake answering, I do like to talk. They're going to do their talking in the ring. There you see some sportsmanship. And they have a foundation of friendship and sportsmanship that might get thrown square out the window here. They go way back since the early days of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
You can hear the fans at home chanting for Watts.
Oh.
You got to believe.
Watts saying you can hear the fans at home chanting for me.
Watts.
But these two do go way back. And originally Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, Alyssa. Oh, do we hear him? Can you hear him at home?
I can hear him if they use the hashtag Primetime Live to tell us who they're rooting for.
There you go.
Eli Drake, am I right? Yeah. All right, so.
All right, here we go. These two circle, two big heavyweights. As I was going to mention, Championship Wrestling from Hollywood in its inception was known then as NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Both of these guys mixed it up with then World's Heavyweight Champion Scrap Iron Adam Pearce back in the day, but they never had a one-on-one contest. Of course, Watts still a big fixture in the United Wrestling Network, and Eli Drake, one of the top stars in the National Wrestling Alliance.
Now, Todd, they have, as you said, such a long history, friends for over 10 years, but collected in that ring is over 2 decades of experience. You've got to imagine that each one, even though Eli Drake said there were no hard feelings between them, each one is going to have to try and prove themselves to themselves, but also to the other.
Yep, friendly competition, but a huge opportunity for both. Obviously, Watts wants to skyrocket right back into championship contention. We saw the 10 pounds of gold on the line last week in our main event. Certainly both would love a shot at that. We saw the West Coast Pro title defended by Hammerstone as well. We'll see many championships from many promotions right here on Primetime Live. Eli Drake having a little fun in there.
Having a little fun. We hear the fans at home saying, yeah.
We're good, we're good. It's one for you, it's one for me.
You know, this almost reminds me You know, the end of Rocky, when they, you know, when Rocky and Apollo, just two friends, like, we got to do it. You promise, ding, ding, and let's fight. Let's see who the better man is. Friendly competition. But both, oh, look at that, putting on the brakes, and that might be the X factor in this matchup, Alyssa, the sheer power of Watts.
Now, Eli Drake, his conditioning is impeccable, but Watts, he has the power.
This is Watts.
Well, there you go.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Imitation, maybe not the sincerest form of flattery. This matchup is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance. So again, a huge matchup in terms of trying to be right in the top of contention. And both these guys are great veterans, great pros, and they know how dangerous their opponent is. You don't want to make a pivotal early mistake. Nice roll up here by Eli Drake, gets the big man down, but it's a tough proposition to keep the big man down for a 3 count.
That's absolutely true, and you got to wonder what's going through the head of Watts. Most recently, last time we saw him, he was storming out of the Ocean View Pavilion, looking in
Come on, you're really
not
gonna
the
get
best
hot
kind of
about
way.
that. You're really gonna get hot about that.
Oh boy, this is starting to get personal.
Just like you. You kicked me in the face. Typical. You kicked me in the face. Yeah, no.
You know, Eli Drake said it himself, sometimes friends hit hardest. I think these two are going to find that out the hard way. Big shot by Watts, shoving him off now is Eli Drake. Watts in the driver's seat here, Alyssa. Look at the power.
Oh. Eli Drake slammed hard.
Big sidewalk slam. Watts showing why he was the Hollywood Heritage Champion for over 1 full calendar year. Big follow-away slam, just launching Eli Drake through the air. And as you know, Alyssa, this ticket usually gets booked as a round trip. We'll see if Watts follows it up. Watts is just stalking Eli Drake at this point in the matchup.
What's up, Eli?
There's definitely a feeling that things are getting a little bit personal between these two longtime friends.
Opening up the offense now is Watts. Physical attack, verbal attack, wide open right hand by the big man. And I don't care if you are Eli Drake, I don't care who you are, you can't eat too many of those. And Drake now starts to battle back.
Oh gosh, trying to cut off the air supply, the windpipe of Eli Drake is Watts.
Oh, here we go. It took a while. There was a little delay at the airport for the round trip, but there it is, the second big follow-away slam by the big man and Eli Drake. When is the last time you saw Drake manhandled like this as Watts goes for the victory and only comes up with 2?
That's a weird choice, Eli.
Eli Drake was talking earlier about a return to the old normal, returning to the prominence of Eli Drake, the prominence of the National Wrestling Alliance, but Eli Drake has really got to wrap his mind around how to get past Watts.
These two never faced over 10 years, and maybe if they had, and maybe if Watts had dominated, Watts would have gone on to superstardom. Watts would have gone on to world titles. Watts has always kind of had a chip on his shoulder, although he's held major titles in the United Wrestling Network. This is a huge showcase opportunity for the big man, and Eli Drake is showing what he's made of, though, surviving and weathering the storm, but he's got to do something to battle back.
Well, think about it, Todd. If you're a longtime friend, you're not thinking about, you know, you're being supportive towards your friend.
Not inside Thunder Studios.
Right now.
Not when the bell rings. Oh, don't tell me there's going to be a third. And there is the trifecta, a painful trifecta for Eli Drake. This is turning into a nightmare for Drake, courtesy of Watts, who is...
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number. But wait, there's more more. If you call right now, you could get a meter upgrade. In addition, we'll give you a free pair of diabetic socks as our special gift to you. Regardless of your age, if you suffer with diabetes and have insurance, you may qualify to get free delivery of your supplies. Call now. We can help.
Call 1-800-216-0543. 1-800-216-0543. That's 1-800-216-0543. Call now.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month, or no interest, no payments for 18 months. For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off.
1-800-913-0649. That's 1-800-913-0649.
Factory trained and certified installers made in the USA, and discounts for seniors and military. BCI Bath & Shower, the leader in affordable bathroom products.
Yeah, you play rope-a-dope with Watts, it's going to be more rope and less a lot of dope here. And obviously Eli Drake, no dummy, charges, rockets out of the corner, and the big man is down and bewildered. And this might be a huge opportunity for Eli Drake to capitalize here, Alyssa.
Eli Drake quickly finding the strength to get to his feet, but no! Oh my God!
What a bang-bang play that was. Caught him into the overhead throw. Is that going to do it?
Oh my God.
Watts would rather throw you than know you. Think about it. 3 fall-away slams. Now that big over-the-head, belly-to-belly. Usually Eli Drake is the powerhouse in any match he's in. He is not used to getting thrown around like this.
And Watts, if you look into the eyes of Watts, there is just such a fire. And you got to wonder if he is seeing maybe Ray Rosas in Eli Drake, someone that is standing between him and his title, something that's standing between him and the prestige. And we want to hear from the fans at home using hashtag #PrimeTimeLive to tell us who you think is coming out of this match alive.
Well, usually Watts was always uber confident. He was always cool, calm, and collected because he was on the top of the food chain. But that's not the case since losing that Heritage title. You mentioned storming out of the Ocean View Pavilion. We haven't seen him in weeks. Friends have been trying to get a hold of him. Eli Drake gets caught like a baby, gonna get maybe put down for a 3-second nap, 4th fall-away slam. Dominant performance, career-making performance perhaps by Watts if he can finish the deal.
But is there a certain,
Big head scissors takedown there by Eli Drake, desperation move. Eli Drake, Alyssa, is gonna have to dig deep into his playbook.
Eli Drake is gonna have to dig deep into his playbook to get onto his feet.
Double count here. I mean, this thing has been hard hitting since the opening bell. These two big guys, absolute decleaters, just taking each other off their feet. Who wants it more? It looks like Eli Drake maybe getting his second win here, gets back to his feet first after that head scissors takedown, and he's quicker to the punch right now than the big man.
Eli Drake almost able to suss out the strikes from Watts, and quick counter from Watts. Eli Drake over the top.
Nice balance there by Eli Drake. Look on the charge. Oh my God! The athleticism. Timber cuts down the giant Sequoia there. Wow.
But did Eli Drake just take all the wind out of his own sails with that? Able to duck the clothesline. Big leg sweep from Eli Drake.
Takes him down. Side Russian leg sweep. We mentioned earlier that Eli Drake's not used to getting thrown around. I guarantee you, the big man Watts is not getting used to getting taken off his feet with a single shot like that flying clothesline off the ramp. Look at the athleticism. Eli Drake, better than ever, catches him with the power slam. Is that gonna do it? My gosh, Herculean effort by both.
Who in the world power slams Watts? I can't wrap my mind around it. I'm sure Watts is shaking as well.
3 words for you, Eli Drake. That's who. Unbelievable. Used the momentum. A true pro. Got the big man rocking and rolling, charging out of the corner. Took him up and over. Got full rotation. I mean, Watts is damn near 7 feet tall. I mean, it just almost didn't look humanly possible to execute that move, but Eli Drake found a way.
Eli Drake found a way because he's been 8 months on the sidelines. He's been locked down. He has all this pent-up energy that he is now expounding on Watts.
He mentioned it. Eli Drake taking it back to the old school, as he said. And this has been the tenacity of the old Eli Drake, that never say die. Uh-oh, got caught there. Got throttled by the big man. Eli Drake was trying to keep that momentum going with the athleticism, able to break the grasp. What a battle. Toss fight indeed. Huge boot.
Oh my gosh.
Lights have got to be out, and he's not done. Doesn't even elect to go for the cover there, Alyssa. Going to keep things going. Uh-oh. You may dispense with the pleasantries.
Oh my gosh.
That's force by Darth Watts. And almost sends him to the Death Star. How did he get out of that?
I'm flabbergasted at the fact that Eli Drake just kicked out after a choke force straight to the mat. Watts asking him why. Why did he kick out?
Well, little talking there. Nobody gets out of that. You talked about it earlier. Who power slams Watts? Eli Drake. Who can kick out of the choke? Back and forth. We've been asking this entire match because we are absolutely astonished at the power and athleticism of these two great heavyweights. The answer is Watts, and the answer is Eli Drake. They haven't gone at it for 10 years, but this is one hell of a fun fight to watch. Unbelievable. Eli Drake, though, is in big trouble here. He did kick out, but was that last-ditch effort?
Was that all that was left in the tank of Eli Drake? Eli Drake looks like just a pile of bricks, barely movable.
The referee checking with him there because he's got to be able to intelligently defend himself. The referee could elect to call for a TKO here if Watts is unable to continue. If Eli Drake, rather, is unable to continue. Drake just trying to pull, Watts trying to pull him off the mat here. Drake is just completely lifeless.
Now Watts adding an extra bit of mockery, literal insult to injury. Watts just biding his time.
Well, and I think, there is, I was going to say there is friendship. Maybe he doesn't want to, to pile on if Eli Drake is hurt, but that sign. No, he's not doing this.
Watts is calling for his music? This is shades of squash god Watts with that confidence.
Yep, he would get confidence. He would call his shot. Oh! But there it is, the gravy train pulling into the station out of nowhere. Wow!
Here is your winner, Eli Drake.
Todd, Eli Drake said that Watts was going to be standing in the way of the gravy train, and sure enough, here it is.
Pulled into the station. I don't know that it was scheduled, though, because Watts was in total control. Let's take a look back at the action. Got overconfident, took too much time, and you can't sleep on the defiant one. The gravy train into the cover gets a very, very hard-fought victory.
What's up, y'all? It's Cece. Now, you never know what's going to go wrong with your car. It could be a transmission, could be the timing chain or that check engine light. Now, can I tell the future? Absolutely not. But I do know it's not a matter of if your car will break down, but when. And before that happens, you should call my friends at Car Shield. Their administrators pay for expensive car repairs, so you don't have to. And that's the truth.
CarShield is America's #1 auto protection company. Their administrators have paid out over $1 billion in claims and cover most vehicles from 5,000 to 150,000 miles.
If it wasn't for CarShield, I would have paid a lot of money out of pocket, and I would have been too happy. When I bought my used car, I didn't expect any problems right away. But when it broke down, I'm glad I had CarShield.
Another truth, I drive with CarShield. Just like you, it goes against my principles to throw money away. I wasn't always famous, and who doesn't love saving money on expensive car repairs? CarShield is like a guard dog protecting my wallet, which gives me real peace of mind when I drive. And you can take that to the bank.
With coverage through CarShield's administrators, you'll receive 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, rental reimbursement at no additional charge. Plus, with CarShield's nationwide coverage network, you can choose the mechanic or dealership of your choice no matter where you are.
So in 1 year, I saved $2,500. That's amazing.
I don't worry about car breakdowns because I have CarShield.
Some of y'all sitting at home might end up just like me, walking. Especially if you get hit with a huge car repair bill you can't afford. Or you could call my friends at CarShield and see that saving money on expensive car repairs is really a smart move.
Protect yourself now against expensive auto repair bills. Call CarShield for a free and instant protection plan quote. Once your car breaks down, it's too late. Call 800-319-4849. That's 800-319-4849.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let VCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom.
For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off. Factory-trained and certified installers made in the USA and discounts for seniors and military.
Are you or someone you know suffering from drugs or alcohol and need help? With private insurance, treatment may be available at little or no cost. By calling us with the patient's private insurance card, we will explain all treatment options. Admissions counselors are standing by. All calls are confidential. This is a free service. Take the first step. Let us help you today.
Call 1-800-943-5966.
The following contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 276 pounds, the Neon Phenomenon, the incredible Anthony Idol.
Anthony Idol, who had climbed the ranks at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood last year, all the way to the finals of the PP3 Cup tournament, where he was the only thing standing in the way of Ray Rosas becoming the PP3 Cup bearer, although there was some lowbrow behavior from Ray Rosas that led to a disqualification. Anthony Idol's looking for some retribution here.
Absolutely, Anthony Idol, you came so close to winning that PP3 Cup, might have gone on to challenge, might be the Heritage Champion today if it wasn't for those antics, but I gotta respect Idol. Finally stepping up. Somebody had to step up to this man, the Dirty Daddy.
Introducing his opponent from Killer Hills, 10304, weighing in at 242 pounds, the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson.
Man, these are two big boys right here, and I have a feeling they are going to be throwing some heavy hands. And when you got heavyweights like this, it does not take a whole lot to knock somebody out.
Didn't take much for these guys to agree to a fight. You'll recall the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson, gets shoved down. Look at the power by Anthony Idol. Dickinson ran through Jordan Cruz a few weeks back in our debut episode saying, I'm wrestling, you know who I am. I'm not going to put up with these things that Marquez and Corgan are putting out there. But now the old adage of pick on somebody your own size comes into play here with the big man, Anthony Idol.
Anthony Idol, so powerful, strong, larger than life, and one of the only physically imposing figures to Chris Dickinson. But Chris Dickinson, he's really got Anthony Idol in quite a way.
At the moment, look at these two big bulls, though, locking horns, bulletproof. You gotta love that. Neither man gave an inch, but then taking that shot is Dickinson.
So Dickinson's used to being the bigger guy in there, and he has been tossing some of these guys around like Jordan Cruz the other week. But now he's in there with the big boy Anthony Idol, who he's not tossing around quite as easily, but he's just as game to get in there and get it on.
On the contrary, in fact, the shoe is on the other foot. High elevation, backdrop, another big shot, deep hook of the leg. Even though, Idol has been a fixture in the United Wrestling Network with the fanfare and just, the shock and awe of Dickinson coming in here to Primetime Live. He's kind of put himself on the roost of this show. You got to be considered a bit of an upset if Idol can take him out.
Idol, he lives his life cranked up to 11, as he said, and he's got an attitude that's louder than the fringe on his pants, but I would assume he's what Dickinson means when he says a cosplay wrestler.
Nasty, nasty DDT there by Dickinson, just when it looked like Idol had things going his way, and the neon lights might be turned out here for Idol after that.
So we see Dickinson standing over him and talking a little bit of smack. I would like to have seen him go right for that pinfall. Anthony Idol is still down. He might have been able to get that. Is he here to prove a point, or is he here to get a W?
Well, I think that Dickinson enjoys a verbal beatdown as much as he does a physical beatdown, Alyssa.
And certainly we want to hear from the fans at home what you are thinking about this matchup, about the show so far. Be sure that you are using hashtag #PrimetimeLive and tagging at United Wrestling on Twitter to share your thoughts and who you think is coming out of this match in one piece.
Yeah, not only that, everybody on the fight chat, we like hearing your comments, enjoying what you're seeing, the hard-hitting action. Here's some hard-hitting action. It's take-home Idol's Arm night here in Thunder Studios. Full head of steam, big buzzsaw kick. And Blake, if our fans do tag United Wrestling Network on Twitter as, hold on here, Idol going for the cover, or use the hashtag Primetime Live, something could be coming their way. But right now, an arm bar potentially coming away for Idol.
Yeah, we've seen Dickinson working on that left arm. It's very smart to work on the weakest link. Anthony Idol's a big guy. He's been beaten on that arm. Now he's trying to yank it off and get a submission victory.
That's the thing for Dickinson. He's such a versatile competitor, a background in martial arts, mat wrestling, jiu-jitsu. He's technical enough to pick apart opponents piece by piece. But shoulders were down. Anthony Idol able to switch momentum.
Idol did a good job there, Blake, by turning the pressure in and out. Ooh, just a big spine buster. Almost half spear, half spine buster there. Hybrid. He was able to alleviate that armbar, though, and then transition to high-impact offense.
Absolutely. He did a fantastic job protecting his arm, getting on top, and stacking Dirty Daddy so he wasn't able to extend the arm. And now, as you saw for that big power shot, Anthony Idol's starting to get control of this matchup.
There's just been too much action for me to shell, but if you tag United Wrestling Network, and if you use hashtag Primetime Live, you might win an official Primetime Live mask that only Cass and crew gets. Dickinson wins nothing but a choke slam, and he's going to lose the match. Not yet.
Well, that was a big kick out. Anthony Idol planted Dickinson in the mat with that choke slam.
But how much effort did it take out of the Dirty Daddy to even get the shoulders up in time?
The one advantage I see that Blake, that Idol maybe has is that height. And he used that to his advantage there. That was a long fall down on that choke slam for Dickinson.
It's very smart to use the attributes you have where your strong points are. And a big boy like that, that's an extra foot down. You're traveling until you hit the ground.
This show's all about United Wrestling Network, but also the NWA. We saw a little flip, flop, and fly there in the public, if you will, but he did not hit the bionic elbow. And now a flurry of strikes the other way by Dickinson. Oh, this is how he put away Jordan Cruz, that Dickinson Valley driver, and he does it again.
Here is your winner, Chris Dickinson.
I wasn't sure if Dickinson was going to be able to do that to a larger guy. I wasn't sure Dickinson was going to be able to do that to a larger opponent. We've seen him do that to a handful of cruiserweights, but he just picks up Anthony Idol, plants him on his head with that Dickinson Valley driver, and gets the pinfall. And again, Dickinson calling for the competition. He wants more.
Apparently still not to the liking of the Dirty Daddy in terms of the competition here. I thought the Neon Phenomenon gave him a hell of a fight. Dickinson wants more.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, but you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. So, which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University.
I have two small children, a 10-year-old and a 4-year-old, so the online format and the flexibility was a must.
I could work at my own pace, and I was still able to take care of my kids while going to school.
We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team.
I have had such
personalized attention, and it's an online degree.
If I had a question on the coursework, I always got my answer within an hour or two.
I will never be able to express what I owe this institution.
Independence University. Online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-695-2076. 1-800-695-2076.
Ruby's a serious competitor. I've watched her get in the ring a lot of times. We saw Cece Chanel in Championship Wrestling from Hollywood the other day against Vipers. Both of these are tough competitors. Let's see who comes out a little bit more aggressive.
We'll have to see if Cece Chanel can maybe use some reach and use that kickboxing to attack from angles. You don't want to get tied up in close quarters. You don't want to fight Ruby Reyes in the phone booth.
Absolutely. You do not want to have an ugly, dirty fight with Ruby where you're inside banging. She wants to keep out at a distance where she's not going to be smothered by all Ruby's size.
Well, speaking about the height disparity and size disparity between these two women, Ruby, Cece Chanel, though, look at the smile on her face. We talk about a high threshold for adrenaline. She's also got a high threshold for BS like this, and she's not one to, as the Aussies would say, bail on a fight. And she's going to bring it to Ruby Reyes.
Well, she's also got a high vertical leap to get up there and take over that arm wringer, and you can see some effects. You know, we saw in week 1, Heather Monroe, pain was etched on the face of Camille for the first time. Ruby Reyes is used to just dominating just about every match she's in. She's, in essence, undefeated in the United Wrestling Network, and she's eating some big shots. The legs started to buckle there.
Look at Cece Chanel, though, absolutely vicious as she unleashes a flurry of offense on La
Cece did a good job of frustrating Ruby very early on. Ruby got a little bit aggressive, threw some big haymaker punches. Cece was able to avoid and then counter.
Well, I don't know if this is going to be a successful proposition. Does Cece Chanel have the strength? I don't know if she's looking for maybe a tiger bomb or a butterfly suplex, but either way, she'd have to be Wonder Woman to pull this off.
Looking for some superhuman strength is Cece Chanel. But Ruby Reyes almost looks peeved, like Cece Chanel's a gnat flying around.
So there, had Ruby not gotten as aggressive with that stomp and maybe just done a quick punch, she might have been able to step up to the stomp. That's what a fighting emotionally is going to do. You don't make quite as smart of decisions.
Nasty, just thick, thudding chop there. There's no slap to that. That was like getting hit with the branch of an oak tree. And there's the stomp she wanted initially. She got it this time and absolutely measured Cece Chanel with that.
Cece cannot take too much damage like that. That was a big shot.
Especially the thundering blows, all the force of a powerhouse like Reyes.
Reyes is throwing that 100%. She's mad. She just blasted Cece almost out of the ring with that right hand.
Well, you know, you just saw Allison Kay send in a message to Thunder Rosa, and you saw, Savoy very aggressive as well, and Ruby Reyes sending a message to everybody in the United Wrestling Network, in the NWA Women's Division, anybody that might come here and try and take on La Chingona.
There's definitely a stacked division here on the United Wrestling Network. Stacked women's division.
Hip check Cece Chanel out of her boots.
You always hear the old terminology, $1 million knee lift. That was about $1,000,50, a little something extra on that. Lifted Cece Chanel off of the canvas. But again, you talk about not shying away from a fight. I love the heart on display of Chanel. But going for what is she going for here, guys?
Cece Chanel, is she looking to pedigree Ruby Reyes?
Whatever's going on, we have seen 2 fantastic women's matches back to back. And that's what you can expect here on Primetime Live.
Talk us through this punishing submission hold here, Blake.
So the big thing we're looking for, again, is the knee. It's called a calf slicer, where she puts the shin in the back of the knee. And it's essentially like a nut in a nutcracker, and it almost dislocates the joint. Now she's also using the face, so you're getting a leg attack and a low back / choke with the pulling up there, almost like an STF, I believe it's called.
Rearranging the face here. That fish hook, though, not legal at just about anywhere, including the MMA cage. But again, this Ruby Reyes, guys, just has a nasty, nasty mean streak. I mean, she loves to punish her opponent. We're seeing that at the expense here of Cece Chanel.
Cece Chanel, she's got a smile sweeter than Aussie lollies, but we don't want to see it that way, stretched back inhumanely by La Chingona, Ruby Reyes. trying to cave in the chest of Cece Chanel.
With those shots, those clotheslines, and again, just that ricochet factor of that top rope. I mean, she's getting hit from both ends of that strike there, Blake.
It's just like taking shots on the ground where when you're standing, your body can absorb it as you get pushed back, but when she was against the ropes or on the ground, you just absorb all of that damage.
Kind of like that.
Just like that.
My gosh, just trying to hot knife through butter, just trying to chop right through Cece Chanel. Look at the effects here.
And chopping through competition is exactly what Ruby Reyes did. She didn't have any challengers left at Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. Now that there's fresh meat on the platter, Ruby Reyes is back to demolish.
You got people like Heather Monroe that claim to be the queen of Championship Wrestling from Hollywood. You got to believe a SoCal fixture like Ruby Reyes would take umbrage with that and just sending a message to everybody. But she's staying in this fight with Cece Chanel, staying alive. And as this match goes into deep water, conditioning could become a factor here.
100%. So one of the things Ruby's been doing is she's been doing a lot of damage to Cece thus far, but beating somebody up is exhausting. And we might see Ruby start to slow down after all the offense she's thrown at Cece.
Might have punched herself out here, guys, and now using that distance, using the reach, as I talked about in the opening seconds, using that speed downstairs into the midsection, upstairs with the clothesline. She got her off her feet. She took her down. Reyes isn't used to that. Is she going to put her away? No, close call.
Could have been a huge upset in the favor of Cece Chanel.
Oh, follows up, huge knee. She's rocked here. She's rocked, Blake, and she's down. Ruby's down.
A little wobbly, but she's getting up. See, we see the fatigue. Ruby's slowing down. She still has offense, but it's coming a little slower. And as a result, the faster Cece Chanel is able to avoid it and counter strike.
Oh, no. Went for it again. The third time is not going to be the charm. Devastating.
Oh, my gosh.
Forget it. This thing is over a million times over. Whoa.
They might need to get a stretcher out here for Cece.
Went again for whatever that butterfly lock was going to be, whether a pedigree or a butterfly suplex. Starts finding new meat here on Primetime Live, but then caught her in such a just bad position. Drops down into that pile driver, head tucked for the 1-2-3.
You've decided to go back to school. Good for you. Which would you rather do? Get up early, get dressed, drive to college, find a parking spot, walk across campus, only to sit in a giant lecture hall, or earn your degree from home with Independence University. We'll even provide you with a new laptop and tablet to keep when you graduate, and a personal student success team. Independence University. Online, but never alone.
Call 1-800-590-4153. 1-800-590-4153.
Is your bathroom looking old and worn out? Want to update it, but you don't know where to start? Then let BCI Bath & Shower show you how to turn that old bath into an aisle of beauty and functionality. Our residential bathroom solutions provide the best value on the market, and our customer service is second to none. Our cost-effective BCI Bath & Shower family of products has what you need.
Remodeling our bathroom was a big decision for us.
They didn't make a mess out of our house at all. And at the end of the day, we had a beautiful new bathroom. And it was a great experience the whole way through.
We have the best monthly payment programs in the industry, with payments as low as $68 per month, or no interest, no payments for 18 months. For a limited time, be one of the first 100 callers who schedule a free in-home consultation and receive $500 off.
1-800-913-0649. That's 1-800-913-0649.
Factory trained and certified installers made in the USA, and discounts for seniors and military. BCI Bath & Shower, the leader in affordable bathroom products.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Even if you've tried before and were unsuccessful in getting rid of your timeshare, call today and see if we can help. We offer a complete 100% unconditional client satisfaction guarantee. Make this completely free call and learn how we can help you legally put an end to your timeshare nightmare once and for all. You have nothing to lose, so call right now to qualify and receive a free consultation. You can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently. But you've got to call now. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
And here comes the challenger, as tough as they come. Blue collar, trained by the legendary Reyes. And when he talked about the antics of Aaron Stevens, the way in his mind, Stevens devalued the national title, he said that wrestling purists like his mentor Reyes would be ashamed. And he's here to bring honor back to that great title.
And in this NWA sanctioned match, Trevor Murdoch, he said he respects fighting champions, not running champions. He referred to Aaron Stevens as a running champion. There's no getting away from Trevor Murdoch in this ring.
No doubt about it. And here comes the champion, the third degree NWA national champion, and the third degree black belt in Mongrovian karate. Did you ever dabble in Mongrovian karate?
I have never done karate, but I have extensive experience in crazy.
Very well, I think so does the champion.
Yeah, I wouldn't deny that.
I would say this is a perfect matchup of karate versus crazy. Let's see who's going to get the W tonight.
Interestingly enough, though, Aaron Stevens, the champion, has seemed very confident when we've heard him speak lately. He's got some swagger here walking into this main event matchup with that title on the line. The day has come, and look at the eyes. Not taking his eyes off of that national champion there was Trevor Murdoch. He has been chasing this title for so long. He gets his opportunity, and here to set the stage, our ring announcer, Adnan Qureshi.
The following contest is sanctioned by the National Wrestling Alliance, and it is for the NWA National Championship. Introducing first, the challenger. From Waxahachie, Texas, weighing in at 265 pounds, he is the Redneck Wrecking Crew, Trevor Murdoch. And introducing the champion, making his pandemic residence in the mountains of Monrovia, weighing in at 245 pounds. He is a third-degree black belt in the art of Mongrovian karate and a self-professed 10th-degree black belt in greatness, the NWA National Champion.
Third-degree national champion, please.
The NWA third-degree national champion, Aaron Stevens.
Aaron Stevens is a man who takes his accolades very seriously.
Yeah, you think? Quite the announcement there for the champion, Aaron Stevens. Almost Apollo Creed-like. I think the only thing he was missing was the Count of Monte Fisto. But look at this, keeping his composure right now is the challenger. And bell sounds, here we go, NWA national title on the line, and trying to close the gap early there.
Aaron Stevens comes out with the rolling thunder, a la Harold Howard from UFC 1.
Trevor Murdoch, you can see the serious tone, the expression on his face, absolute focus needed if he is going to get a decisive victory over Aaron Stevens.
Yeah, Murdoch hasn't played into any of the shenanigans or mind games. He's kept laser focused, even with that start of Stevens rolling straight at him. And now Stevens, though, showing some aggression. Oh, what a haymaker!
Wow.
Nothing fancy about that, but certainly effective. Big right hand right to the kisser of the champion.
You're right, nothing fancy about Murdoch. He was not having fun with any of Aaron's games at the beginning. And as soon as he found that time to throw that right hand, it found a home right on Aaron Stevens' jaw.
And that's the thing about Aaron Stevens. As a competitor, he's clever, but he's elusive. Trevor Murdoch is, like you said, the Redneck Wrecking Crew. He's durable, he's rugged.
Sure is. Measured him there into that kick. Went for the test of strength. And look at this, some aggression though, and we've seen how physical and a headbutt. How about that? The champion can be very physical with his striking. We saw it in that just brutal attack on Trevor Murdoch with just a series of elbows and elbows and elbows. prior to things shutting down. Stevens is right in the midst of the fight here, guys. He's not backing down, but he might, courtesy of these big elbows.
That punch from Murdoch might have hurt Aaron. He bowed it out for a second, and he came back in the ring a whole nother animal. Look at the aggression that he's doing compared to the first 30 seconds to the last 30 seconds.
I don't know if I've ever seen Stevens utilize headbutts like this. I don't know that I want to headbutt the Wrecking Crew, and now Stevens dropped these shots might be catching up with the champion in a hurry.
There was definitely a lot of damage on that punch just now. You can see Aaron still a little wobbly.
But look at this, both champion and challenger, and another big shot, and out goes the champion. You'll recall in a recent, earlier matchup for the title, Stevens used a lot of stalling tactics, would constantly go to the outside. Ooh, big shot there by the champion, or would throw Murdoch to the outside, would constantly ask for what the time was, and really was on the run to preserve his title. Right now, you got to think that Murdoch is going to continue to take the fight to him, just like he did there, hard and heavy into the steps.
You know, recently, Aaron Stevens did say that Trevor Murdoch slammed him harder and hit him harder than he's ever been hit in his whole career. And Trevor Murdoch doing the same thing right here at Primetime Live.
You know what we might have seen was a little bit of desperation on Aaron after that first punch. If he had said he'd never been hit that hard, he was clocked with that first punch when he got out of the ring. He might be a little bit desperate right now. Murdoch might have him in a much worse position than we realize.
Murdoch total confidence there after another big shot. Has got him right where he wants him in the center of the ring. And again, another big shot. There's two. He's going to do it all day. And again, look at this. He's got the champion just completely laid out.
I'd like to see him maybe go for a pinfall and try and win this bout instead of just beat on Aaron Stevens. I've seen too many times where a guy tries to do too much damage to prove a point and ends up costing him the match.
He almost heard you there looking for the victory, and certainly in the past, as I mentioned, time cost Murdoch in that previous opportunity. He had Stevens right where he wanted him when the time limit ran out, then hit the big Bulldog after the fact, and now Stevens maybe going to try and employ that strategy, going to run.
Trevor Murdoch said that this could be his last opportunity for the NWA National Championship. He's making everything count, both inside and outside of the ring.
Murdoch just stalking the champion like Jason Voorhees in Camp Crystal Lake, Michael Myers in outfield, and he just throws the champion off the ramp. He's down on the floor here in Thunder Studios. The champ goes down in a heap, but the point is, you can't beat him out there. Murdoch's got to get him back to the squared circle.
He definitely has Aaron in a bad spot. I would like to see him toss him back in the ring, beat him up a little more, and try and get the W.
Now, you had said before, Todd, that Trevor Murdoch was trained by the legendary Harley Race. He said Harley Race never ran from a fight. Trevor Murdoch is not going to run from a fight now, but look, he might be blinded.
He did. Look at the refs fixing the light. The champion shined the light, blinded the challenger, and then took out the knee of the challenger.
Mary and Shirley both need oxygen. Shirley lost her freedom the day she went on oxygen, but Mary has the ultra-compact Inogen 1 G4 oxygen concentrator from Inogen. It's the smallest and lightest model we've ever made. Shirley is forced to miss out on everyday activities. Mary fully enjoys her life. Shirley has to wait for tank deliveries and worries about running out of oxygen. But Mary's Inogen 1 G4 makes its own oxygen, so she'll always have the oxygen she needs anytime, anywhere. Shirley finally listened to Mary and now has more freedom too. It's time for you to reclaim your freedom and independence with the Inogen 1 G4. Act now to start your 30-day risk-free trial. This is a limited time offer, so don't wait and don't accept substitutions. The sooner you call, the sooner you can say goodbye to heavy oxygen tanks for good and reclaim the freedom and independence you deserve. Call now for your 30-day risk-free trial.
Call 800-721-9328. That's 800-721-9328.
If you currently do not get health insurance through your employer, or if you do not have health insurance, or if you just got divorced or married, had a baby, moved, or lost your health insurance coverage, listen closely. You are eligible for a new health care plan using Health Insurance America. Get coverage for doctor visits, prescriptions, hospital, dental, and vision for as little as $25 a week with copays as low as $0. Talk to a live healthcare consultant right now.
1-800-615-0487.
This is a national healthcare alert from the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline. If you, a family member, or a loved one has diabetes, listen closely. Now, regardless of your age, if you have insurance, you may qualify to receive diabetic testing supplies with little to no out-of-pocket cost. Get free delivery, free information, and all the paperwork is handled by our accredited suppliers for free. Call the 24/7 Diabetic Health Hotline now for details. Toll free at this number. But wait, there's more. If you call right now, you could get a meter upgrade. In addition, we'll give you a free pair of diabetic socks as our special gift to you. Regardless of your age, if you suffer with diabetes and have insurance, you may qualify to get free delivery of your supplies. Call now. We can help.
Call 1-800-216-0543. 1-800-216-0543. That's 1-800-216-0543. Call now.
Desperation will make people do desperate things. And we see there, Aaron Stevens got a little bit desperate, and now it looks like he might be taking control of this matchup.
Into the cover, but a kick out at one there by Trevor Murdoch, but that leg's going to be compromised. If that knee is taken out, Alyssa, Murdoch's not getting up to that top rope to deliver that signature bulldog.
You know, that's the thing Aaron Stevens said on NWA Power Surge, that he doesn't have to love this to be really, really good at it. He lives that third-degree lifestyle as he just unleashes the back elbows on Trevor Murdoch. But Trevor Murdoch, this is his love, this is his passion.
And that's what we saw before in that beatdown of Murdoch by Stevens. Those repetitive, nasty, nasty elbows. And now this is a different Aaron Stevens here, a more aggressive Aaron Stevens looking for the win. It's almost like he flipped that switch when he used the light and kicked out the knee of the challenger on the outside. I mean, look at the demeanor change here. Do you often see fighters just completely switch gears and change demeanors in a fight like this?
When you see a guy get hurt, you see him do one of two things. You see him start to quit and look for a way out, or you see him do everything that he can to start getting ahead in the matchup. And we saw Aaron do everything that he had to do. Whether it was cheating, it didn't matter. Aaron Stevens is willing to do what it takes to make sure that he goes home the NWA television champion.
Everything he was going to use his knee, it looked like, to choke out. Now he's got the world's longest third-degree Mongrovian black belt, and he's choking him out with the black belt. I don't think the referee can see this.
In fighting, we call this the hitman choke. If you can take off your jiu-jitsu belt and wrap it around the guy's neck, it's called the hitman choke, but he's using his arm to cover it, so the referee can't see the belt underneath and inside of the choke.
You can see, Murdoch is trying to signal, the official there is absolutely gasping for air as he's being choked out by that belt.
You can see Murdoch now trying to switch some of the leverage and get to his feet. If he can get some kind of level base, now and able to unleash some strikes on the dome of Aaron Stevens.
And a big clothesline there by the champion. Rocks the challenger, rocks the Redneck Wrecking Crew. Did you think we'd see the physicality of Aaron Stevens? Shooter Stevens, I guess, he's living up to it right now.
Get up, Trevor! Get up,
He's getting vicious. Aaron Stevens came in having a good time with a smile on his face. He looks like he is mad and wants to hurt Murdoch in there.
Alyssa Marino coming in. The story very much was the desire of Murdoch to win the title. But now the story might be the desire for Stevens to keep it at all costs. Look out, big spinebuster there by Murdoch.
It looks like both of these competitors are just leveled by the impact. Trevor Murdoch, though, able to make it to his feet, but our third-degree national champion is laid out.
This has been a rugged war, guys. And then, we'll see if that knee can hold up here. The challenger, you got to think he's been thinking Bulldog, but not in a precarious position enough was Stevens. But maybe now he is. The big man upstairs, can he hit it? No, his body instead.
Oh my God.
History to be made finally, no. No, sir, not yet.
Trevor Murdoch said that there is a certain level of honor and respect within the National Wrestling Alliance. It's a different level. Aaron Stevens was trying to prove that Trevor Murdoch didn't belong on this level, but Trevor Murdoch looks like he tweaked the knee.
The knee buckled on that up and over there.
Man, if you can take a guy's wheels out from under him, he can't go anywhere. All he can do is absorb your damage. and it might not be the end of this match for Trevor Murdoch.
And a little page out of the playbook of the dirtiest player in the game and a fixture in the NWA over the years, the Nature Boy. But that's where the size and weight of the challenger didn't help him there. When he came down, all that pain, it must have felt like a strike of lightning going through the knee of Murdoch.
Yeah, I've had a couple knee injuries myself, man, and when you hit it down, it zaps and it buckles out from underneath you. It's a scary feeling.
Nasty leg lock and using the ropes for added leverage. Stevens, the champion, has used his resources and his environment like never before in this matchup, Alyssa.
You know, on Power Surge, Trevor Murdoch said that Aaron Stevens used to be creative, brave, and capable. It looks like we're seeing the shades of the old Aaron Stevens.
Stevens kicked out to that ramp, and his back hit hard and heavy, and we'll see if the gutsy challenger can call upon his fighting spirit to overcome this injury and continue to fight on. But I don't know if he wants to give Stevens chase to the outside, and he doesn't. I've been wanting to say this for a long time again. Brings him in the hard way.
This is where Trevor Murdoch wants to have this fight. If he's able to really hurt Aaron Stevens again, he wants him inside the ring so he can get a win that's going to get him the belt.
Takes him down, full Nelson slam, delivers.
To date, Stevens hasn't had a decisive victory to retain his title. I don't think he's going to get one if he's laid out on the ground like this.
Yeah, he used to consider himself an actor. I think his favorite movie was The Running Man. He ran from Murdoch before. At one point, he hid behind a Christmas tree to win the title at Into the Fire. He can't run from this. He can't hide from this. He can't evade it. And all that body weight of the challenger comes crashing down yet again. No water in the pool.
More pressure on the knee that had already been tweaked of Trevor Murdoch.
Both these guys are very seriously damaged going into this end of this matchup.
Unbelievable, and the discus forearm there. And just a desperation strike there by Aaron Stevens, doing whatever he can to hold on to the gold. Will he do it? No, a split second, a fraction of light between the official's hand and the canvas, and the challenger fights on.
The challenger fights on, absolutely, Todd. What is it? It's got to be some instincts. Maybe it's just some muscle memory that's leading to Trevor Murdoch still staying alive in this match.
It's not muscle memory, it's having a warrior spirit. That's what's able to
hold on, he's gonna do it! He's
Wow! The title changes hands on episode 3 of Primetime.
Your winner and new NWA National Champion, Trevor Murdoch!
History made! Title changes hands. We've got a brand new NWA National Champion in Trevor Murdoch. And how did he do it? Grounded in tradition, he called upon those lessons of the king of the great one, the 8-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, Reyes, and he beat him with wrestling. How apropos is that?
The fighting spirit of Trevor Murdoch showing that he belongs on this level within the National Wrestling Alliance.
Can you believe it? We have a brand new NWA National Champion in Trevor Murdoch. Make sure to tune in next week as the action continues when the FSW Women's Championship is on the line, as well as the United World Tag Team Championship is on the line. All that plus AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling collide as Max Caster takes on the Dirty Daddy Chris Dickinson. You're not going to want to miss it right here on Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, presented by CarShield.